So I got this electric shaver to try out, and I'm gonna go ahead and just get into it, start using it. I'm gonna use both attachments just so you guys can get an idea of how it works and what it may look like. And after I'm done shaving myself, I'm gonna go over what I like, what I don't like, some of the finer details, some things that you may wanna know if you're buying it for yourself or even for someone else as a gift. I got the sample from the brand, but I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on everything, so let's just go ahead and get into it. So starting off, I'm actually gonna switch the head. This is the one that goes to the skin right here. I'm gonna switch it for the stubble control. I'm not really a stubble kind of guy, but just for demonstration purposes, we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot. So let's go ahead and remove it. Comes right off. Oh, I like that. That actually snaps on real nice. Hopefully you guys can see. Lock, let me just give it a test. Now they say that you can use a shaving cream or a gel. I may use gel in the future, but I'm gonna pretend I'm doing this in the shower because this is supposed to be waterproof. So first time using something like this, I'm kind of excited about it. By the way, this is a battery meter right here. So this feels nice. I don't feel like it's catching on or anything like that. You know, sometimes when you shave, one of your hair gets caught. So I don't know if you guys heard me, but going through it, I don't feel like it caught. I didn't feel any catching of the hairs, which I like, because sometimes when you shave, it could definitely catch and it sucks. So there's one side here. This is the side that I use with the stubble control. And then this is the side that I didn't touch yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just go through my whole face, and then I'm gonna switch it up and then put on the one that goes a lot deeper down to the skin, and we'll see those results. So it looks like you could do a couple of things. If you do want a somewhat of a layer of stubble, you can just go this way, and then if you want it even closer, just flip it upside down. At least that's what I think in my experience. So obviously correct me if I'm wrong. I definitely look a lot cleaner. And you still do get some of that little bit of stubble if you want to add a little bit of shape. All right, now we're gonna swap it out for the closer shave. There we go. What I like is if you don't put it in right, you kind of know, you just flip it and then you're good to go. Lock it in. This is pretty good, but let's see what else they can do. All right, so that's the shave. Looks like I missed a spot. Let's get back in there. A part I missed, there's actually a light. I don't know if you guys can see it. Final result, this actually gets pretty close to a razor. I'm gonna turn this on and run it under the water for a minute, since they say it's waterproof. And that looks like it's gonna be a minute. There we go, so I turn off the water and I just give it a little shake, turn it back on. Still running, battery is at 89 right now. All right, so now that you've actually seen it under a shave and survived a full minute under running water, let me show you what you're actually getting, who this is for, and what I would change about it. So this is the MANSCAPED Chairman Pro. It's their premium foil face shaver, and in the box you get the shaver body, you get a 4-blade head for that clean shave, and then you get a stubble trimmer as well too. You get a USB-C charging cable, you get a travel case. Let me just show you real quick the travel case. While I'm at it, let me show you the box. So this is actually the box that it comes in. So this is the case you get. Let me go ahead and open it. So inside, it's form fit for the shaver. You get a space for the extra head. You get a zipper part as well too. And inside, you're gonna get a USB-C charging head. You also get a USB-C charging cable, and this is actually a very nice braided cable, definitely on brand. I love this detail. And then you get these skin guards as well too. So these skin guards are meant to go on top of the shaver head, whichever one you pick, and it's supposed to make the experience more comfortable if you need a little bit more space or if you're prone to irritation. The cool part for me is the magnetic head. It comes off, snaps right on. So really, really easy. And another thing that I learned about it is this button right here, this little switch. If I switch it up,
it gives it the ability to articulate as you're shaving, as you're moving, right? If I switch it down like this, I can set it into a fixed position. So depending on how you like to shave, your style of shave, maybe the angle that you're trying to take, this is definitely a good feature to have. Another feature is a battery display. So 89%, hopefully you guys can see it, but it's got a nice little LED display or display here. So when you turn it on, you can also use the light as well too. So let me just turn it on and show you the light. In terms of holding it, it feels premium. It feels really nice. They've checked off all the boxes in terms of how it feels in the hand. So it's actually fully waterproof and rated to use in the shower, which you just saw in the test. They claim about 75 minutes of cordless runtime on a full charge. So that's actually a lot of shaves before you have to plug it back in. On Amazon, it's 4.3 out of 5 stars, 700 reviews. So that's really hard to get. So it's clearly working for, I'd say, the far majority of people. This is best for someone who likes a nice feeling shaver with USB-C charging ability, good battery life, and flexibility to go clean and shaven or maintain a stubble, especially if they like the other MANSCAPED stuff to match their other items. Now, what I would change is I would use a gel around my neck area. I experienced some redness that went away quickly, but I think it's probably my own lack of experience of style for the shaver, so I probably need a little bit of helper until I get used to it. For gifting, it actually checks a lot of boxes. The packaging, the hard case, the 2-head option makes it feel like a complete kit. And it's the kind of things that dads, boyfriends, husbands, or even college guys probably won't buy for themselves, but we like nice things. We just tend to not buy nice things for ourselves. So overall, I think this is a great shaver. Definitely check it out yourself, see how you feel, and hopefully this information helped you with figuring out if this is the right shaver for you or for your loved one.